Okay, guys, we're going to talk about your different project options now. So at this point, you should have already chosen your leader, chosen your IB learner profile that you're going to connect to. So now we're on to this box, our project options. So you have 3 options for this project, and we're going to click here, for our descriptions and models. So once that opens up, you're going to see you have option 1, you have an essay. Directions, use the blank Google Doc that is attached to the project to write a 4-paragraph essay, right? So on this project, back on Classroom, you should have seen there are different attachments. There's, your end of the year project, this doc, then there's a blank essay doc and a blank slideshow. Essays must follow all normal essay writing rules and conventions, so just like any other social studies ELA essay, use your graphic organizer to guide your writing. So you are going to be filling out on here, which you probably have seen by now, this graphic organizer, that really is just transforming into your essay. And we can click here. There is a model essay that we can take a minute to look over. So we'll see, you have your name at the top, you have your section, an introduction, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, and a conclusion. Now, you should probably take a minute, pause my video, and you can read this over to kind of see how this essay would look. Okay, a couple notes that us teachers wrote. Mrs. Bermudez used specific evidence and cited docs when using her text evidence, right? So making sure that you really cite that evidence. Her interpretations explain how her evidence connects to being caring. That was her IB Learner profile she chose. Mrs. Bermudez occasionally used multiple sentences to make sure she added enough detail, right? So going above and beyond for that 7-8, right? So thinking above and beyond. Because again, if we look back at our rubric down here, criterion D kind of really goes to your actual project. And that's using strong text evidence and using your interpretations to thoroughly explain the connection between the IB Learner profile trait, yourself, and your historical leader. Okay? Now, your second option here is a Flipgrid. Log on to your team's Flipgrid using the correct link below. So Team L, you click there, Team M, Team K. Once logged into Flipgrid for your team, be very careful, create the video for your end of year project under that topic, right? So just for an example, if you went on to K, you would see you have your end of the year project, and that's where you create it. You guys have done Flipgrids, you should know that. Videos must include all the information from your graphic organizer. So use that to guide your speaking, right? So again, using this graphic organizer that you'll have filled out to still guide your speaking here. Videos should be clearly spoken, easy to see and hear. You can get creative with your videos if you know how. Now, videos must be a minimum of 4 minutes long. That is the minimum. That means it has to at least be 4 minutes. There is a maximum video time of 10 minutes, so make sure you do not go over that. Now, there is a model, so if we want to click, you're going to see Mrs. Brown, my Flipgrid response about why me and Plato are thinkers. So pause my video. You can go ahead and watch that model if you're interested in the Flipgrid. So some notes on Mrs. Brown's Flipgrid, my Flipgrid. It was 7 minutes long. So again, going above the minimum, right? Minimum is 4. I did 7. I gave a lot of detail, more than one sentence when I interpreted each piece of evidence. Again, going above and beyond. I want a 7, I want an 8. I'm going to have to go above and beyond. And just a quick note, make sure that your evidence comes from the class documents, that have been provided on your historical leader that Ms. Bermudez told you about. I used outside sources since we didn't really learn about Plato in class, but yours needs to be from the class documents. Okay, finally, we have your third option, Google Slides. Your directions. Use the blank Google Slides that is attached to the project to create a minimum of a 7-slide slideshow. Okay, so again, you have that blank template. You would use that to create this. We recommend the following format. A title slide, introduction, 2 slides on your historical leader, right? So looking at this, maybe one would be your topic sentence, evidence, interpretation. Your other one, evidence 2, interpretation, concluding, however you want to split that up. 2 slides on yourself. Again, maybe you take your first 3 sentences on one slide, your second 3 sentences on the other slide, however you want to do it, and then a slide for your conclusion. Again, using the graphic organizer to guide your slides. Your slideshow will also need to be creative, okay? Using colors, backgrounds, fonts, and layouts to help communicate your information. And let's look, we have a model from Mr. Rain. So let's open that up. And we'll see, and I'm just gonna present this. So give it a sec to load. So you can take a minute. I don't know why it's not loading. And go through Mr. Rain's slide, at your own pace. I'll go through it kind of quickly here. Mr. Rain section L. Here's part of his introduction, communicators, Cicero, his historical figure, his claim, some examples, interpretations, his examples, how that connects to him. And then some concluding here, right? So restating his claim, why it's important today. Okay, so again, you can slow that down, go at your own pace. If you want to pause and really look through the slideshow, if that's what interests you for the project, I would pause now to do that. So a couple notes on Mr. Rains. He used backgrounds, fonts, images, graphic design on his 9 slides that relate to his topic. And again, he had 9 slides, so over that 7, going above and beyond 4, 7, 8 on the rubric. His slides were different layouts. He didn't use, just kind of the same layout of the slide each time. He changed it up. His interpretations made it clear how both him and Cicero were communicators. So again, that's a big part of your rubric. Clear interpretations, connecting it back to how you and your historical figure, so Cicero in this case, connect to your IB learner profile. In this case, Mr. Rain said communicator. Okay, so really take some time here, look through the models, more at your own pace and figure out which option is best for you. And if you have any questions, reach out to your teacher.